inspect reported vulnerabilities, and download reports and security testing certificates. One of the main functions of Fluid Attack's attack resistance management platform is to work as a central place where all the vulnerabilities identified are reported to stakeholders. So, the moment you enter one of your groups, it is no surprise that the section you see open by default is vulnerabilities. This table includes all the types of vulnerabilities we have detected in the group. Here you can find out important information for each of them, including its severity, how many of its particular cases are still open, and how much they contribute to your system's overall risk exposure. You can click here to see a short description of that type of vulnerability, along with additional information. As in other sections, you can filter by different variables and change the presentation of the information. For example, sort the contents in alphabetical order or from smallest to largest, hide or show columns, and search for any element within the table. When you need to download reports or security testing certificates, click on Generate Report. You can download the executive and technical reports individually or export them in a zip file along with evidence. You can customize technical reports by clicking on this icon. Use the options in the pop-up window to filter the data you want to keep in the report and click Generate XLS. In the table, if you click on any space of the row of the type of vulnerability, you access a screen dedicated to that specific security issue. In the header, as additional information, we find the estimated remediation time. This indicator shows you the number of hours that, according to our calculations, it would take your team to remediate this type of vulnerability. Below is the section that shows you the vulnerabilities. That is, the individual cases of this type that we have reported. You can see their location, status, report date, and treatment, among other details. Squad plan users can see the reattack column. A reattack is the assessment conducted by our hackers to verify the effectiveness of your team's efforts to remediate a vulnerability. The column here shows the statuses of such reattacks. To access more details about a specific case, just click on the corresponding row. From here, you can request treatments and keep track of what has happened to the vulnerability you selected. To learn more about treatments, check our video, Treat Your System's Vulnerabilities and Request Reattacks. In the next section, you can see the description of the type of vulnerability. Click on Learn More to read examples in our documentation of what a secure code and a non-compliant code would look like. Here are also the security requirements that may have been violated, potential impacts, threats, and recommendations for remediation. In the severity section, we provide the common vulnerability scoring system metrics with their descriptions and respective scores for this type of vulnerability. In the evidence section, you can see pictures, videos, or GIFs as supporting proof of the existence and exploitation of this type of vulnerability. In the tracking section, you find a record of the evolution of the type of vulnerability. Here, the information is divided into cycles based on the date and type of change that has occurred, such as new reported cases or treatments. In the records section, you can see a table with sensitive information our ethical hackers obtained after exploiting this type of vulnerability in your repository. Here you may discover financial information like account numbers, personal information like phone numbers, and technical information like access tokens. Finally, the consulting section is a comment space where stakeholders can post and reply. You can post any doubt or comment you want to share with our team of hackers or your team. Together, these sections allow you to gain a comprehensive understanding of the vulnerabilities we identified in your software, which can provide the basis for sound cybersecurity management decisions. Fluid Attacks, we hack your software.